have an arm wrestling competition. Just kidding. You were scared there for a second, weren't you? Honestly, I don't think you and me together could take him. Now, coaches, you have this opportunity. You have your all-stars out there in the audience. You have this chance to instill something into them going into this game. They will be playing in the shadow of FedEx Field, the shadow of where the Washington Redskins play football. There is that pressure. In the past, we've been at Towson University, we've been at Bowie State. Johnny Unitas Stadium, named for one of the greatest quarterbacks. However, now you're going to be footsteps away from a National Football League stadium. What are you going to be saying to these kids before the game to get their heads into the game and out of that whole FedEx Field mentality?
I believe just use the skills that they've been taught over the last 4 years. Just seize the moment, like LeBron said. Seize the moment. Take advantage of every opportunity. I think these guys will prepare themselves over the last 4 years to have a tremendous game.
Yep, certainly. Whenever a group of kids like this get together, it's a very special thing. These are the best players from their counties and their high schools. And it's like Coach said, like LeVar said, enjoy the moment. This is your chance to be honored as one of the best players in state, and enjoy the practices, enjoy some of you guys the last high school game you ever playing, and enjoy each other, enjoy the memories you're going to make with each other, and have fun.
Now, this next question kind of goes to both coaches, because this is one of those games in which 4 years we've been playing this. Over 300 athletes have gone on to play in college. You know that you've got one of those teams in which it's not just one or two special players. It is every player that is out there is good enough to play in this game, not just good enough to play in this game. We're selected to play in this game. Coach Cleland, what does that feel like?
It's a challenge. Honestly, I've spent the past month making sure that what we're going to do offensively, that's my job, and I know defensively are going to, be able to showcase all the different abilities our players have. That's probably the one thing I'm concerned the most about, is make sure each kid leaves this game next Friday on the 21st with, man, I had a great time. And as long as I know that we do that as a staff, the 9 guys I got helping out the South team this year, I know that we have no doubts that we'll have a great time, and regardless of the outcome, it'll be fun.
Same here. I think putting together a tremendous staff, allowing these coaches throughout the whole state to really coach up all these young men who have unbelievable skill level and talent, and just making sure that we go out there, utilize our skill players. We're going to keep it fun, we're going to keep the ball in the air, and we're going to have some fun with it.
Now, when you look at the rosters, you see players from many different schools, many different backgrounds, many different systems. You have 4 days to work with them, to get them all into one system. Do you have anything kind of in your back pocket that you're going to do to try to take something that these guys have been playing for the last, not just 10, 12 weeks, but last 4 years, and then now be able to mold them into a system for probably their biggest high school game next Friday?
Again, we're going to utilize our coaches and really, try to break down our practices to where we could get the maximum amount of these kids, learn the offense very quickly. A lot of these guys, they train all year long. They do 7-on-7s, so they understand the competition level. They understand how to make the adjustments in the game, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, well, certainly. One of the things as a high school football coach you spend a lot of time doing is the fundamentals. Those will be reinforced this week. Smaller time than we normally probably have to do them during our typical high school practice weeks, because all these are the best of the best. We're not going to spend too much time on technique and doing those things. We're going to spend a lot of time learning what we're going to do together and how we're going to have fun and how we're going to communicate. There's an old saying in coaching, it's not what I know, it's what I can teach. And we're just going to have fun and make it simple for the kids and play it like Coach said, throw the ball in the air. And I know Coach Wilson plans to do that probably, and run around fast, and hopefully we have 90 offensive plays on both sides of the ball.
Now, you talk about 90 offensive plays or 90 plays on the offensive side of the ball. How big are your playbooks going to be for this game?
Small.
We try to keep it simple, and just put the kids in space and let them use their skill levels to make plays.
Now, apparently we're getting the Gotham style going a little bit early tonight. As a DJ myself, you quickly identify songs when you hear like the first 3 notes. I'd kill it, name that tune. But as we come into the game, and we've seen it a little bit the last couple of years, we've seen some trickery. We've seen a triple reverse, which I believe was last year. As the PA announcer, that was probably the toughest play I ever had to call. Ball went this way, this way, this way, this way again. A fumble on the play, came back, another fumble, and it stayed with the team that originally had the ball. That was not a set play. Now, do you guys have any plays that you might throw in there, that one special play, that one maybe strategy play you use? You need that first down late in the game. You need to score that touchdown late in the game. Because as we know, Washington and Baltimore, when they get together, play very close games. Any special plays up your sleeves?
Well, I don't know if they're special. We can't tell you, right? I mean, we can't give away secrets now. I know that our goal anyway, for this game is just to make it very exciting. And I think the scores last year was 10-6, and I'm pretty positive this year's game won't be 10-6. So if you like a lot of scoring, a lot of action, I think we're gonna make it worth the ticket price on Friday night.
I'll leave that to Coach Hayne and Coach Wilson. I'm kind of hanging with Coach White, and we'll make sure we're ready defensively for any plays like that.
Now, one of the things about being up here in the middle of these two guys is you've got the promoter over here and the master of the interview right here. Gives you just kind of grazes it a little bit. Now, we're not looking to try to figure out what your plays are going to be, but we know that we're going to see a lot of great plays. We have a lot of great players that are coming into this game from both the Baltimore area, from all over the state of Maryland, in reality. And we've seen it in years past. With those players coming out, sometimes you may have seen somebody this season, previous seasons, and you know what he can do. How are you going to be able to kind of get over that and make sure that you get every player that is out there involved in the game?
Well, compete Monday through Thursday. I'm going to try to utilize, like I said, utilize our players. Obviously, some of these guys were, player of the year, or Metro players, or county players, or state players. So, we're going to see what we got Monday through Thursday, and we'll be ready on Friday.
Yeah, we're just going to structure things so that each kid knows what their role is, and there are going to be a lot of special plays because of all the great players we have in this game. I know I'm very excited to coach the areas that the South represents: Anne Arundel, Prince George's, Montgomery, the SMAC, and the Eastern Shore, and we're gonna, we have a ton of talented kids in that group, and we're gonna let them, remove all the thinking involved, hopefully, and let them go play.